It's time for the Chips and Salsa Show.
The only show about Latinos for Latinos. And did we mention Latinos?
It's latísima.
Latinos come in all flavors, shapes, and sizes. You don't have to be Latino to enjoy chips and salsa.
Everybody loves chips and salsa.
Welcome to the Chips and Salsa Show. Today is March the 21st, Tuesday. We have been on a little hiatus. I've been working doing the Taylor Swift concert. That girl knows how to dive into a floor, come out swimming. I don't know how she did it, but I'm still trying to figure out how she did the special effects. I was right there, and I turned around and I saw, and it's like it looked like she really dived in there, but it's all special effects, and it was really good. She's really good with special effects. The show was good. Not my really type of music, but it was put on good, and we have to commend her for a good show. She sold out both days at the stadium, and it was the first leg of her tour, and now she's in Vegas. She'll be in Vegas doing her next concert, and it's going to be great. Her tour is going to be great. She's a good artist. People love her. She's very nice. She's a very good person. Very big heart, and so it was fun to watch and fun to be part of. I was working, so I just did behind-the-scenes stuff. But if you're in Vegas, you have a chance to see her show, you should see it. Or if you, I think the next one might be Nashville or something, but she has a lot of tour dates set up, so look in your Google it. Well, anyway, welcome, Chipsters, to the Chips and Salsa Show. We missed you, and a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. We're planning to expand the show more, and our New Mexico Chips and Salsa in Las Cruces, New Mexico, with Alice Lara and Zeke Rodriguez, co-hosting the show out there in New Mexico, Las Cruces, New Mexico, on Rumble. And also it's put onto Facebook, so you can see it on our Facebook page. But you also can go to Rumble, and I'll have to put the link on there for Rumble on our Facebook page, so you can go to Rumble and become notified when they're on live on the show. They were live on the 13th. Their first show was great. They knocked it out of the ballpark, and they're going to do it again. They have big changes over there coming up, and you'll be really surprised at how Alice and Zeke promote the show and grow the show out there in New Mexico. They're interviewing politicians, interviewing people in the Republican Party that are trying to bring a little change to New Mexico. It's a very, very liberal state, and so they're a liberal state. So watch for the changes coming up, and Alice is going to be doing a great job out there. And then here in Phoenix, we're going to be doing a lot of different things, a lot of changes coming up. As you can see, I don't have a co-host yet. We're working on it. If you think you're good enough to be a co-host, text me or call me at my number. I'll give my private number, 623-640-1877. Call me, and we'll try you out. If you're not afraid of the mic, you'll have fun. We have fun here. We have some stuff in the news recently. Russia and China kind of buddied up today, so Russia's trying to use China as leverage to try to make it look like he's a formidable force. With the both of them, China is stronger, but I think China is just doing it to be part of this world stage. They have to watch their steps because we are a strong nation, and you don't want to push us to the point where we have to demonstrate because it'll get pretty bad. Ukraine is nothing compared to what if the United States was really involved and all our NATO allies. So it's like It's big. And Russia is the guy is whacked out. He was just charged with crimes with the World Court. So any country he goes to that honors that treaty with the World Court, they can actually arrest him. So it's like he's in, he's not a good person. And China is rattling, shaking their little rattle. They want Taiwan so bad. The president of Taiwan is coming out here in a couple of weeks, and they're not happy about that. So we're going to see what happens with that. And let's see what else. We want you to stay tuned to the Facebook because you'll see our Chips and Salsa New Mexico version. I think they're going to be doing it on Mondays. We'll do ours on Tuesdays. So the days may change, but once we get online, it'll be a weekly, and you'll see our shows, both of our shows, and we'll try to give you, our chipsters and our followers, the latest news from Phoenix and New Mexico. So we're expanded, and we're very, very lucky to have Alice out there, and Alice is very good at what she does, and Zeke is turning out to be a very good host. So tune in to our New Mexico show as it comes online, and our Phoenix show when we get more guests online. We are looking for sponsors, so if you're a sponsor or if you're a business owner or even a person with an organization that you want to put out there, we can do it. We're gathering sponsors now, and as the list grows, it's harder to become a sponsor because then you have to be fit in to where we already have slots for sponsors. So now is the time to, if you have a business and you want to promote your business, it could be small spots, it could be large spots, and we can do it. We're going to be doing remotes. We're going to be doing remotes from the locations of the businesses. We're going to be doing remotes from other venues that are popping up. We were just at the Second Amendment rally in downtown Phoenix, and that turned out really good. We got nabbed for somebody that spoke about the elections there, and so they tried to censor us a little bit. And our friend Jeff Zink, I could mention the name, he said a couple of things that I guess they didn't like. So, but he's truthful. He's telling you the facts. We deal with the facts. I mean, we're not lying to you or pulling the wool over you. If mistakes were made, people have to be held accountable for it. And in the election, some mistakes were made. I should know because I worked the elections, and so I know things that went wrong, things that could be corrected. But we'll bring Jeff Zink on our show one of these days. He's running for office, so we'll bring him in and we'll talk to him. We're trying to keep it under the radar so that we don't get censored, but he'll tell you the truth. That's one thing about Jeff. He doesn't hold back. Sometimes he says too much, and that's what got us into trouble. But it was interesting to hear what he had to say. Our next guest coming up in the future is going to be Jesse Romero. He's wrote 2 books. He's wrote more than 2 books, but I brought 2 books that he wrote. One is Devil in the City of Angels. That's interesting. So you could, Devil in the City of Angels, and that's a good book that he wrote. And the other one that he'll be talking about is Catholic Votes for Trump. This is one of the latest ones that he wrote. He'll bring other books with him to our show, and he'll talk about the other books. They all have interesting subjects. And Jesse Romero, a lot of people know him, and so he's been on a guest on our show a few times. So he will come on our show. We'll let you know ahead of time so you could tune in, and he'll have some of his books there, so he could talk about some of his books. we plan to have a few other guests that we're putting our lineup of guests together. And now that I'm not working as much, I still work, but not as much. We'll have more time to line up these guests and sponsors. And remember, sponsors, all you have to do is call my number, 623-640-1877. And you could text me or you can just call me, and we'll talk. We'll sit down and talk, and we'll make get you the best cluck for your buck, or the best program and sponsorship for your dollar that you put in. And it all goes to a good cause. It goes to promoting our show. And our show will never die. It's just how big we get with the sponsors. One big thing that's happened recently is the Trump thing. And I did bring some buttons because I'm a Trump fan. So Latinos for Trump. Trump 2016, because I was behind him 100%, and he won. And Trump 2020, and this Trump 2020, and, he didn't win that one, but he won the 2016. He might have won the 2020, but we'll never know. I mean, it's like a lot of chicanery happened there. And then Latinos for Trump, it's an organization I belong to. And I have Trump 2024. The hats are coming out, T-shirts are coming out, and you will see that in the near future. We're going 100% on it. He will be the next president, I predict. But he's going to go through hell and high water because right now they're trying to – this attorney is trying to indict him. Alvin Biggs, he's the district attorney in New York, on some trumped up, how do you like that? Trumped up charges with Stormy Daniels and a payoff and all that and stuff that happened in 2016. And they hate Trump so much that they're just going to just pull everything they got and throw it at him and see what sticks. Just throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. They've tried everything. The Russian collusion, you name it, they've tried it. And it just doesn't stick to that wall. It just kind of slows down. But it shows how much they hate him. And if you hate him that much, then you should be a liberal. Liberals are crazy. You want to be a crazy liberal? Hey, by all means. There's some liberals that are smart and they don't believe it, but they won't say it because they're afraid of their liberal friends kind of ostracizing them. You have stars and stuff in Hollywood that are afraid to speak the truth because they'd be ostracized. And they've already been ostracized, some of them. So these people are ruthless. You could have Hillary destroying phones, hammering phones, using bleach, whatever it was on there, and smashing phones, taking those little SIM cards out and burning them or whatever she did with them, and she's not prosecuted. This is 100% true. But the liberals just like, that didn't happen. It didn't happen, and they look the other way. And then we have the Biden family, a criminal organization is going to come out, and they got paid from the Chinese and the Ukrainians and the Russians, but they're not prosecuted. There's no attorney general that's like a district attorney that says, I'm going to prosecute. No, it's all silent. But Congress is going to find out the truth. I mean, we have a Republican-led House now, and they're investigating it. And the truth's going to come out, but it just comes out in dribbles. And here, Trump, they're making a big deal about it. You go to CNN, that's all they're talking about is Trump indictment. Or you go to MSNBC, Trump indictment. It's coming. He's going to get arrested. They're going to take him out in handcuffs. That's a bunch of bull. He's an ex-president. He's got Secret Service. Every president is entitled to. And he's got lawyers up the yin-yang. He's got the money for lawyers. There's no way they're going to come and arrest him. He's going to go if they ask him to. He's going to appear at the courthouse in New York if he has to. Maybe his lawyers will appear for him. I don't know how that goes. But if he does, it's just going to be a crap show on your liberal news media because they're going to be out there like flies on crap. And they're going to be all over. They're going to be hanging out the chandeliers and stuff with cameras. Reminds me of O.J. Simpson when he was running. And they had helicopters following the truck and everything. But this is even worse. The media, the liberal media hates him so much that they're going to play this to the till. When they invaded Mar-a-Lago for those for the documents he had over there, they made it a big deal. And when they arrested some of the people involved with the Russia hoax, they had FBI agents with rifles and stuff at the door. Hillary Clinton? No, FBI agents. And recently, when they went to Biden's home because he violated the law by keeping records, it was like just a casual invitation into my house. Here, you guys could come in and search for hours. And of course, they found more records. But they didn't have rifles and shotguns all outside like they did. They play this up so good that people believe it. People that swear by CNN and MSNBC and all these other liberal news media that are slanted liberal, they believe it. I talk to people all the time, and they're like, oh, didn't you see this? Didn't you see? Yeah, but that's what they want you to see. They want you to see a person dragged out of their house that's innocent. Because at the time, the law is on their side because an indictment has been served or a warrant to search a person's house. It's unfair. It's unfair. People should all be treated equally under the law. This is a country that's built by laws and freedoms. And if they're going to do that to Trump and his associates or his people that work for him, they should do it to Hillary. They should do it to Bill Clinton, who lied to Congress and lied to you and me. I did not have sex with that lady. If it wasn't for a spot on a dress, and we know what that spot was, he had to admit that it was true. So, but he didn't, nothing came of it. He's been doing talk shows and conventions, and he's revered as a hero to the liberals. And he lied to you and me. We have to see it for what it is. Our elections here in Phoenix went haywire because people believe that Kari Lake was not the right candidate for governor. They would rather have the other lady who lost the primary, and so they were so upset that some of them didn't come out to vote. Some of them may have voted with the liberals for Katie Hobbs. Katie Hobbs, she is our governor now. How do you like that? And Secretary of State? None other than Adrian Fontes, who brought in the Dominion machines, who brought in all the headaches that we're facing now with the elections. People, we have to get smarter, and we have to be part of your legislative district. And every legislative district has a precinct. And you have precinct committeemen that represent that legislative district. That's the small people that all are involved in politics here in Arizona and also in New Mexico. But in New Mexico, it's something else. It's wards or something. But you have to be involved by just volunteering in your precinct to be a precinct committeeman. You just attend a meeting once a month. You put out your views and maybe help send letters or make phone calls, help or knock on doors, help the precinct, the legislative district knock on doors, pass little cards. We call them goldenrod cards. It has the name of the people running for office, and that way when you go in the polling place, you're allowed to take that card with you, and that way that's your template to who to vote for. And we've gotten pretty good at it, at making the golden card. So be on the lookout for that because it may be on your door because a committee man, a committee person will come to your door, knock on your door. If you're not there, they'll leave it hanging on the doorknob, and it'll be a goldenrod. That's something we like to give it to you, hand it to you, so we can explain who the candidates are. But if you're not home, and here in Arizona, it's kind of hard to be home sometimes in the heat of the summer. You're in your pool or something. You don't want to answer the door. But these goldenrods are very helpful when you go into the polling place to help you know who to vote for. And you can go online and research each of the candidates running against each other for the primary, and then the general, whoever's running in the general. There's times when the Republican Party hasn't done really a good job of promoting their candidates. That's going to get better. We've changed our leadership in the party, so hopefully things will be changed for the better. Our county chairman and our state chairman are both trying to do a good job. Go online, read about them, and you'll see they're going to be doing a lot of things coming up. And we're going to be pushing for the precinct committeemen, people in the community, to be a committeeman. Join your legislative district. One group that's really out there pushing it is Turning Point USA with Tyler Boyer and his group, and they're really pushing people to get involved in your precincts. Be a committeeman, a precinct. That's what they call them, committeemen. And each legislative district, you're entitled to so many PC committeemen. And even if you're not a PC committeeman, go and be part of the legislative district anyway. You don't have to have a title to be involved. All they want is for you to be involved. For you, the more people involved, the stronger we are as a party. And we just have to work together, not fight amongst each other. Because when it comes down to these candidates running, you have people that favor this candidate versus that candidate, and rightly so, you could. But when you listen to both candidates, okay, and you pick your favorite or the one you think is most qualified, but after the primary, we have to get behind the general election, the person that won the primary, whether you like him or not. He's with our party, and you have to believe in conservatism, because the only thing left is liberalism, or independence, and the liberals are crazy. They're very nutso. You tell them something, and they'll look at you in the eyes. No, Trump's a racist. Joe Arpaio's a racist. When they don't know the facts, it's because the liberal media has put that into their head. And you say it long enough, and people tend to believe it. Russia. It's an example. They said Trump colluded with Russia, and it was all set up by Hillary and the Democrats. That's been proven, and it's going to be proven even more now that they're doing these investigations. You can't believe everything just because it's repeated to you over and over. Russia was repeated so many times, people actually believed it was true. It wasn't true. Trump tried to tell us it wasn't true. And the border. Trump ran on that border. He said, I'm going to secure the border. And what did he start doing on day one? Securing the border. What did Biden do on the first day? He started tearing down the border. And what do we have now? An influx of immigrants. I mean, they're coming from all over the world. And even terrorists. And what are we doing? We're allowing them to do it. We're allowing them to do it. People, we have to get smart. Our country is the greatest country in this world. The greatest country ever. We are for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have rights here. We have something other countries envy. And that's why they want to tear us down. with communism. They want to bring communism here. And there's some people that believe in it. There's students that believe in communism because that's what they're teaching them in these colleges. It's crazy, people. We have to wake up and see what's coming. If we don't, we're going to lose our freedoms. You know, I'm not saying that Trump is an answer to everything, but he was way better than what we have now. And he was starting to make our economy better. Biden comes, he closes the gas pipeline. So now we're depending on foreign oil. People, look at what's happening. The Biden crime family is, it's obvious, and it's going to come out. They all took payoffs, and of course they gave the big guy his payoff. We know who the big guy is. It's the president. But yet you don't hear nothing. CNN, yep. They're barely starting to talk about it right now because they have no choice. Biden was up to his neck in this Biden crime family syndicate. They're all getting payoffs. We need to be smart, and we need to get behind our leader to come. Right now we have a Democratic liberal governor, a liberal president. We're surrounded by liberals. And if you look at liberal states, you see what happens. They're the worst run states that we have. So all I can say is just get behind your candidates, get behind your Republican Party. Independents, we welcome you to our party. We welcome you to be part of the party. Get in there and have discussions. If there's something you don't like, raise your hand and say, hey, I don't like this part, but I do like this. Liberals don't even look at that. They're like, we want it this way, and that's the way, or the highway. So, people, let's get together. Chipsters, let's get together. In the next few months, we're going to be really getting and divulging into this stuff, and we're going to give you insights, stuff you already know and you see for yourself if you watch Fox News or go online and watch the stuff online. You need to be aware. We're going to bring you candidates. They're going to talk to you, that are going to speak to you about what their views are, and we will make sure that you're aware of what things that are happening. We're going to try to do on-spot interviews out there in the streets. We're going to try to do more rallies like the Second Amendment rally. And we're going to bring you closer through our medium here, our podcasts and our YouTubes. And we're going to go in the Rumble also like Alice is doing. We're going to have different ways for you to, if you don't like Facebook, you get different ways for you to listen to the Chips and Salsa show. We are going to be there for you. And the Chips and Salsa show, we want to present that to you in a very truthful, just the facts. And whether you like the facts or not, it's going to be the facts. I never lie to my listeners. I just tell them the facts. And tune in next Tuesday. We're going to be right back with our program next Tuesday. I'm hoping to have Jesse Romero here with us. If not this studio, we have the other studio in Phoenix, Central Phoenix, and we're going to try to have some good guests for you. If not, you're going to hear my blowmouth talking. And don't worry about Trump. He's going to handle this, and he's going to come out of it. He's going to come out better than he was. When people see the abuse that this district attorney and the liberal Trump haters are capable of doing, people are going to say, hey, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. They saw it in the Russia hoax. People, judge for yourself. But watch the Chips and Salsa show, because we will bring you a lot of fun. As crazy as I am, and as crazy as, we make this program, and we make it informative, you'll love it. You'll love the program. You'll love the insight that we give you. And Alice will be doing her show from New Mexico, and you'll love that New Mexico version. We need to help out. We need to reach out to them out there because they are worse than we are. They're a very liberal state. The abortion out there is it's sickening. They go up to late term abortions and stuff. It's like really bad. So tune in next Tuesday around 3-4 o'clock when we air. And if you miss our show, watch our podcast. It's always on Facebook. It's always on YouTube. And we're going to have the Rumble starting here pretty soon. I'll have information for Rumble to you. I'll have Rumble, the information how to link up with Rumble. We're going to have Rumble from Phoenix, and we're going to have Rumble from New Mexico. So the Rumble station's going to be really good. We could say more in Rumble and not get censored. So maybe that's how we'll have Jeff Zink in there, where he won't get censored because he tells it as it is. I mean, he was on the committee investigating the election, so they don't like to hear that. And Trump's going to be back, or he hasn't gone anywhere, but Trump will continue, and he's the favorite one right now. And I believe in Trump. I believe in his philosophy. DeSantis has to change a lot for me to really turn over to DeSantis, or was it Kaylee? Haley's the other one, and she's a nice lady. And DeSantis is a good governor. He'd make a good vice president. Just remember I said that. So tune in, chipsters. Watch your kids around water because it's starting to get warm. Watch your pets unattended in cars. In fact, don't leave them unattended in cars, or your children unattended in cars. And watch your kids around water. Have somebody supervising the pool at all times. Other than that, have a great, blessed weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday with the Chips and Salsa Show. Thank you.